Hello everyone. I trust you guys are doing fine. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on the time you are watching me and where you are watching me from. So today I will be showing us how I designed this wonderful flyer, this beautiful flyer here. I will be showing us how I design it in Photoshop. Okay, please, if this is your first time of visiting this channel, you have not yet subscribed, please kindly hit the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that every time I upload new video you will be notified. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do here, we are going to create a new file by clicking file and click new. So our measurement is going to be 1080 by 1080. This is going to be the size of our flyer and we are using pixels. Okay, and 300 resolution. I'm going to set the color mode to RGB and click create. So before then, let's rename our file. Let's call it social media flyer tutorial. Click the button create. Okay, now I'm going to import all my files that I'll be using for this flyer. Okay, these are the files I will be using in this flyer. So I'm going to select all the files and drag it to my Photoshop. Okay, so now the first thing we are going to do, we are going to first of all we're going to work on this image here. Don't worry, I will leave the link to download these resources so that you can follow along. I will leave the link in the description of this video. You will go to my Telegram page and make sure you download the file. First of all, we are going to get rid of the background of this image so that we can make use of it. If you are using Photoshop, the latest version, you can see this menu here. All you have to do is to click select subject. Click select subject and you can, as you can see, the image has already been selected. So another way to achieve this, you can click this place here. This is a quick selection tool. You can click it and select the image. Make sure you select it properly. Okay, this is another way you can select your image. So for the sake of time, I'll be using this select subject here so that everything will be fast. So what you are going to do, you click this select and mask. All right, so we are not going to touch anything here. The only thing we are going to touch here is this one here. Select new layer and click OK. All right, now we are going to hide this image. Let's hide it so that we can work on our background. Let's create our background. Okay, let's drag this one here and make it visible. First of all, we are going to hide this one and go to this place here, click it and go to we are going to select gradient, click gradient. Okay, I'll be using this color gradient here, or this very one here. So let me show you guys the color code so that you can follow along. Here is the color code, this is the color code. You can copy it so that you can have the same results. And this side here, this is the other color code. All right, so we are going to, before we move on, let's group our background. We are going to group this layer. Select this one and this very one here, select it. Press Ctrl G on your keyboard and double click it so that we can rename it. We are going to rename it BG, that's background. Let's just save our work. All right, this one here, we are going to work on this image here so that we can have a perfect background, just the same way I achieved this very one here. So you can see the layer. Okay, now before then, let me quickly change this this gradient here. Okay, I'll be using this gradient. Let me show you the color code. Here's the color code. You can quickly change it. This is the color code, and the other one, here's the other color code. All right. Okay, this image here, we are going to change the blending mode. First of all, we are going to change the blending mode to soft light, anti-soft light. Okay, this one here. Let's rasterize the layer. Right click and go to, click on the layer and right click, go to rasterize layer and click it. Now let's add a little, let's manipulate this image little. Go to filter, go to blur and motion blur, this one here. Okay, set the angle to 43 degree and the distance, let's make it 230. Okay, and click OK. All right, click OK. So another thing we are going to do, so I forgot to duplicate that layer before I worked on it. All right, so this very one here, just press Ctrl T on your keyboard. We are going to drag it. Let's drag it. Let's drag it this way. Okay, and add a layer mask. Press B on your keyboard. Okay, because we are going to blend this very one here. We are going to blend it. Make sure your foreground color is black and go to flow and reduce the flow. Let's make it 25. Okay, the reason why we are reducing this flow is so that we can be able to blend it with the background. Okay, and let's blend it. All right, then we'll leave it this way. So this image here, let's add another motion blur like this. Since we have used it before, you will just see it here, then click it. You click it, press Ctrl T on your keyboard. Okay, first of all, let's change the layer. Okay, let's change the blending mode. I think this one is okay. Okay, let's make use of this. All right, so first of all, let me quickly check. Okay, both of them is soft light. This one is soft light. Okay, let's drag it to this place. Okay, and click OK. This very one here, click the layer mask press B on your keyboard so that we can blend it. Let's brush this place. All right. Okay. And this one here, let's also brush this place. All right. So the next thing we are going to do here, we are going to add, let's add another image. This very one here, this background image, drag it to the top. Okay, just the same thing we did here. Drag it to the top and press Ctrl T on your keyboard. Just drag it this way, drag the other side and press OK. We are going to change the blending mode. Let's see the blending mode we use here, overlay. Okay, go to this place, change the blending mode to overlay. All right, this is it. Press Ctrl S on your keyboard. So if you have been watching my video before now, I've been advising us, whenever you are working on any project, make sure you always save your work, because the reason is that something can happen at any time. It might be that your system will just shut down or the software will hang. Okay, if you didn't save your work, there's no way you can recover it. All right. Okay, the next thing we are going to do now, let's add our text here. Social media design. Let's add, first of all, we're going to press T on your keyboard. Just press T on your keyboard. Okay, type design. This is it, design. Oh, I'm going to make sure that, okay, everything, let's check the size. 80. Okay, press Ctrl T on your keyboard and we are going to drag it here. Let's drag it this way. Okay, okay, let's check the size is 38.55 and the font is, we are using Arial. Okay, 38.55, that's the size. Let's change the font. So okay, let's check it. Okay, we are using Arial Black. This very one here. Make sure you click this bold sign here, okay, to make it bold. So we are going to, you see this text, we are going to work on it. We are going to manipulate it. So that we can have this same result. Okay. First of all, click this place and make it minus 100. Minus 100. And here, make it 155%. Okay. 155%. All right. And here 112. And this one here, we are going to make it matrix. Okay, that's it. Let's type the other test, social media. Okay, press T on your keyboard and select type social. Okay, let's change the font because the test, the word social media, we are going to break it into two parts. Let's change the font. Let's see the font we use here. Okay, okay, here's the font. Here's the font we use. This one we are going to change it to 0. Change it to 0. We change this one to 0. And we'll remove this both side here. This one we are going to make it 100 and reduce the text. We are going to leave it here. Please don't mind my voice, okay? This text here, we are going to duplicate it by pressing Ctrl J on your keyboard and press Ctrl T again. Hold down your Shift button, then drag it to the other side. Let's leave it here, okay? Then double click it. We are going to write media. Okay, then we reduce the size of the font. We reduce it to 30. In case you want to make use of the same font, here is the name of the font here. You can search for it online and download it so that you can make use of it. All right. As you can see, this very one here, this yellow dot, there's a way I created it. We are going to just pick up your rectangle tool and draw a rectangle here. Okay, just draw it like this. Then change the color. Press this place where it is written fill, change the color to yellow. All right. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do now, we are going to add another gradient layer. Let's go to the background. As you can see, all the text we have been creating since everything is inside the background. Select all the text, everything. then press Ctrl G on your keyboard, double click it, type test so that we can easily identify them. Alright, press Ctrl S on your keyboard to save. So the next thing we are going to do here now, we are going to do, we are going to add this this layer, here, this gradient layer here. Okay, go to this place, make sure you are inside the background. Okay, click this layer here, go to click this place and go to gradients, select, press OK. This is what we are going to use, this very one. Don't worry, I will be revealing the code now. Here is the code. You can just double click the gradient layer, click it again. Here is the code. So you can copy the code here so that you can follow along. Okay, here's the code. Here's the other code. Just copy it and enter it. All right. Okay, now the next thing we are going to do here is that let's add our, first of all, let's add our test. Okay, you can add any test of your choice. Okay, just add any test of your choice. Then we are going to drop this one here. So the next thing we are going to do now, we are going to add our image, the one we worked on earlier. Here's our image. Okay, this image we are going to, let's resize it, let's reduce the size of the image. Press Ctrl T on your keyboard and drag it down this way. Okay, let's leave it this way. Okay, this test, let's arrange it well. Let's arrange it properly. Let's reduce this, make adjustment to this image. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do here is this rectangle here, this rectangle. So for the sake of time, I'm copying the text. Okay, let's take our rectangle tool, click the rectangle tool and draw a perfect rectangle here. Then we are going to change the color. Whenever you go outside of this place, you will see this sign here. It's called color picker. Okay, you can use it to pick any color from the background. So we are using this white here. Just click it, then click OK. Here. All right, So if you are using the latest version of Photoshop, you will find out that there's this sign here, this first sign here will appear. Okay, we can drag it so that we can have a round corner of this rectangle. Okay, if you can't see it there, you can just come to this place, this appearance, click the property to this one here, properties, go to appearance, you will see it here. You can always adjust it here, adjust it to your size, to your preference. Okay, just make sure you adjust it to any size of your choice. All right, we keep this one here. Let's pick our text tool, press T on your keyboard. So let's bring up our text. Here's our text. I'm going to press Ctrl T on my keyboard to reduce the size of the text. Okay. Okay. So the next thing we are going to add now, is this image here. These are some of my designs. Okay, you can add yours. All right, let's group this text first. This one here, select them together, press Ctrl G on your keyboard, double click and rename it. Let's call it body text. The reason why we are doing this, so that we can easily identify them or locate them. Okay, all right, this image here, let's group this image. Select only this image, this one here, press Ctrl G on your keyboard and double click it. We are going to rename it image. So now what we are going to do, those flyers, we are going to make them visible now. Then select the theory. Okay, make sure you select the theory, press Ctrl T on your keyboard. Then you see this point here, this arrow here, press Shift and alternate on your keyboard, then drag it. The reason why we are doing it this way, so that they will have the same size. Okay, the same size. So this one now, let's drag it into the folder we created, this image folder. Let's drag it inside. Okay, now what we are going to do, we'll select the first flyer, press Ctrl T, hold down Shift, then drag it to the right. Okay, press OK. This one here, click it, then use the arrow side button on the keyboard to to adjust it. Then click the other one, press Ctrl T, and make sure you drag it to the center. Okay. Okay, let's leave that one there. We are bringing this one to the center. Okay. Okay, this one will adjust it. Okay, now let's select everything together. Press Ctrl T on your keyboard. We are going to reduce it. Press Shift and drag it down. Okay, drag it this way so that we can have a perfect alignment. Press Ctrl S on your keyboard to save. So before any other thing, the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring up my logo. Okay, if you have your logo, you can add it. So here is my logo. Here's my logo. Okay, all right, let's leave it this way. Maybe I will make it bold a little. Let's check this angle. No, I'm going to leave it this way. Let's leave it this way. Okay, if you have your own logo, this is how you are going to add it. So the next thing we are going to do here, we are going to add this this is my watermark here. Okay, my social media handles. All right, so I will show you how I created that rectangle. Click this rectangle tool, then draw a rectangle here. Let's draw it the same the same way we did this right one here. So go to this place, this appearance, and we are going to add a round corner. Let's make the corners round. Okay, this way. Now let's add our color. We are going to use this gradient layer here. This right one. This is the same color we use here. Now we are going to change the angle. Okay, the way we are going to achieve that, double click this layer, this rectangle layer, double click it. You will see something like this. Then click this place, this angle where it is written 90 degree, and press 0 on your keyboard. Okay, press 0 on your keyboard. Okay, we are going to change the direction of the color. This dark purple here, we are going to change the direction. Okay, double click the layer again. Here add 177. Okay, then the angle of the color will change. Press OK. All right, now I'm going to drag it here. So this is the same way you can add yours. Okay, these are my contact information, my social media handles. All right, so the next thing we are going to do here, the next thing we are going to do, or you see this light. First of all, let's add the Facebook icon. Okay, press Ctrl T on your keyboard, hold down alternate and shift and drag it. Let's resize it. We'll bring it here. Then we are going to change the blending mode. First of all, let's add a motion blur. No, okay. Then we are going to reduce the distance. Let's reduce it. Let's make it 17. 17 is okay. All right, then we are going to change the blending mode. Okay, let's change the blending mode. Okay, vivid light is okay. All right, let's leave it here. Okay, all right, we are almost done with our design. You see, another thing we are going to add is this this color here that looks like a light red. Okay, I will show you how I achieve this one here. Okay, all right, let's duplicate this Facebook icon. Press Ctrl J on your keyboard and drag it. Press Ctrl T on your keyboard. Let's resize it. Okay, go to filter, go to blur and go to motion blur. Click it. Then let's increase the distance. Let's increase the distance. Increase the distance. Okay, let's change the light, the blending mode. Okay, let's leave it this way. Let's use this pin light. Okay, let's add it here. Press Ctrl, duplicate it by pressing Ctrl J on your keyboard. All right, okay, everything we added here, we are going this Facebook icon. Let's press Ctrl G on the keyboard by grouping it together and double click it. Let's call this one light. All right, so I think our flyer is ready now. Our flyer is ready. Okay, so then the last thing we are going to add now, is the light. This light here. This one here. So it's like a lot of people is finding it difficult to create something like this light, as you can see. So I'm going to show us how I created that light effect. Okay, first you are going to create a new layer by pressing this plus sign here, and pick up your brush tool by pressing B on your keyboard, or just come over this place and click. Then we make the flow 100%. Click this place, then the hardness of the brush is set to 0. Okay, and we are going to choose our color. Here is our color. This is the color code. Okay, here is the color code. Press OK. Just click anywhere. Click it this way. Okay, now drag it over this place. Drag it to this place. Now what we are going to do, we are going to change the blending mode. Let's change the blending mode. Okay, so you can see you can choose any one of your choice. Just choose any one you prefer. Okay, I'm going to make sure that the light is not overshadowing the face. All right, okay, let's choose this overlay. All right, so these are some of the way you can create this light effect. Okay, as you can see, even this one, we can add it here, then duplicate it, press Ctrl J and drag it to this place. Let's reduce the size by pressing Ctrl T on your keyboard and drag it. Let's leave it here. Okay, now let me quickly show us how we can change the color of this light effect. Press Ctrl U on your keyboard. You will see this box appear here. It's called hue and saturation. You can change the color by dragging this line here. As you can see, you can choose the color of your choice. Okay, just choose the color of your choice. This is how you can change the color of the light effect. Okay, drag it. All right, okay, let's leave it here. All right, so we have come to the conclusion of this flyer. Thank you so much. Please, guys, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please make sure you hit the subscription button. Just press the subscribe button, okay, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. Please, guys, always share my videos, like, comment, and share my video So I'll be leaving the link to all the files, all the resources you can use to design the flyer. I will leave the link in the video description, okay, so that you can download it. Make sure you follow me on, you subscribe to my channel on Telegram, because there are times I always share design resources over there, okay. Please, we have come to the end of this video. Thank you so much. Bye.